Dictation exercise 89, 90, 100 words per minute. Now, the taxation that has been proposed in the budget is, in my opinion, distributed equitably. The corporate sector, if I remember aright, is going to give about rupees 34 crores. Direct tax on personal income might bring in about rupees 23 crores. Excise duty may bring in about 45 crores. On the whole, the burden that has been placed for defense and development is more or less equitably distributed. Though some criticism could be made by any party from one angle or the other that it could have been less in this sector or more in that sector. Some people say that the surcharge of 10% of personal income should have been further extended to people drawing more than rupees 7,500. Some other might say that it should be up to rupees 10,000. But if the finance minister has to find the revenue for routine expenditure which has to go, but he has to put the burden somewhere else, and in my opinion, slight changes are here and there. Even if changes are made, still criticism will be there. I submit that the budget should be looked at from the overall point of view and not from either the leftist point of view or the rightist point of view. That is why I say that this is a balanced and realistic budget, and it deserves the sympathy and support of the whole House. It is not an ordinary budget. As I said, the ship of our country was rocking in the mid-sea, and what has been the finance minister doing? Our friend this morning tried to say that some developmental expenditure should have been cut down and the corporate sector should have been given some relief. Some relief has been given. He said that the stock market have come down. They are bound to come down because of inflation. The prices of the stocks and shares were above all the probable economic viability. If you remember, shares worth rupees 100 were being quoted for rupees 1200. Only during the last 2 or 3 years they have been coming down to a level which is healthy, and what the finance minister has done is to keep this whole trend. That is all he could do. Nothing more could have been done. After all, the budget has to envisage the overall picture of the country. It cannot hold against or at the cost of others. The malady is the position, and that position, in my view, has been taken by the finance minister in a very balanced way. Sir, agriculture, as we say during the course of the debate on the food situation in the country, has been more or less neglected, and the result was that the economy of the country lost equilibrium. Now our eyes are opened and more interest is being taken in the field of agriculture. After all, even we want industrial development to take place. Some of the people who speak on behalf of the corporate sector say that the plan should have been cut down so that there cannot be need for further tax. Really, the technique of planning is that from year to year the plan outlay should go on increasing. The finance minister, I believe, has to an extent, probably reluctantly, cut down the outlay for the next year or the last year of the third 5-year plan. It has been cut down to almost rupees 1,000 crores. According to the planning technique, it should have been rupees 2,000 crores if they want to accelerate the development. That means that the plan outlay for the year 66-67 is really about rupees 500 crores less than what it should have been and what more could be done. He has practically cut down the plan to a very bone. Anything further would have been disastrous. It would have created unemployment. It would have created avoidable hardships. Therefore, I think what has been done in this year's budget in order to study the economic situation is quite enough for the time being. Nothing further could have been done, and therefore I fully support the budget that has been placed before the House. Of course, there is one aspect to which I would like to invite the attention of the Honorable Finance Minister. The Food Minister and the Planning Commission have been laying very great stress on agricultural production. In that context, we have to consider whether this heavy duty on light diesel oil is a step in the right direction at all. Electricity is not available for lift irrigation. Most of the pumps available in the rural areas require diesel oil for irrigation. It was said that in order to conserve diesel oil and to check black marketing by the transport people, this heavy duty has been imposed. Assuming this to be true, we should bear in mind that side by side it also generates the progressive farmers who try to give you more food grains from raising a second or third crop because this duty is fairly high. Therefore, my suggestion is, if you cannot take away the duty on light diesel oil, you can give some more grants to the states or subsidy to the agriculturists who are using the light diesel oil. That is the one suggestion that I would like to make. One criticism that is frequently made when discussing the budget is that we should not import food grains from anywhere. Such criticism comes only from those who want to see in this country chaos and disturbances. If food is not available, then naturally rationing will have to come, and that too rationing all over the country, covering not less than 10 crores of families, is not practicable. If food is not available, then that will create throughout the country the scene which we have unfortunately seen with our own eyes during these few weeks.
अगर आपको हमारा डिक्टेशन अच्छा लगता है, पसंद आता है, तो आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें, जिससे कि आने वाला नोटिफिकेशन सबसे पहले आपको मिल सके।